We're live. Okay, I will call the meeting of the Irvington Architecture Review Board to order. As is usually the case, we will start with continuations and move on to new matters in ascending order. First matter we will hear tonight is a continuation of item 22-39, 23 Main Street solar panels. If you're in the meeting and you should need to raise your hand so Sarah can let you in.
Brendan, I'm trying to promote you to panelist. Make your presentation. There he is.
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, wonderful.
Please tell us who you are.
My name is Brandon Hall. I own 23 Main Street. I've got an application in to install a PV solar system on the south-facing roof of my house there. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have the ability to share your computer with us? Show us the
Yeah.
application.
Yep, just give me 1 second here. Can you see my screen now?
It's coming up now, yes.
So if you can see, here's the application that we've turned in. We've got the drawings here, which show the south facing roof. This is Main Street.
Yep.
The south facing roof, which has got a total of 15 panels. We left space on either side of the array for emergency fire access, and also the required space from the roof ventilation. The system is going to be installed within 6 inches of the roof. And it's only going to be visible by a few neighbors across the street on Main that were notified.
Okay, and this array is for your use only?
That's correct.
Okay. I didn't see anything on the documentation that shows the less than 6 inch height, but you've made a verbal representation to that effect, so I will accept that since it's being recorded.
Okay.
That's one of the few things that they are adamant about in their solar energy, that if it's on a pitched roof, it should be the closest to the roof that you can get, but certainly not to be mounted more than 6 inches above the roof surface. So.
Yep. So in our packet, we submitted the Iron Ridge specifications, which is the racking system that we use standardly on our projects, and it sits about 3 inches above the roof line.
Right. The only addition to that would be how thick are the panels, and I know they're not to be greater than 2 inches thick. So That's why
No.
I'm not making it.
Yeah,
Normally,
this is, go ahead.
normally it would, we need to see a section of that, the roof, the supports and the actual panels to ensure that it's less than 6 inches high. But
Yep.
as I said, you made a
Mhm.
representation already to that effect, so we will make sure that it's noted.
Okay, very good.
Brandon, do you have a picture of the house?
A street view of the house.
Right.
Well, I'll pull it up here.
Color is the existing roof?
Yeah, it's the existing roof. The existing roof's in decent enough condition. This photo is actually a good representation because we painted the house recently. But there you can see the house here is 23 Main, the blue house. And the array will only be on the south facing portion of the roof, leaving again more than 3 feet on either side of the roof for emergency fire access.
And I didn't see a sample of the roof, obviously. So how big are the tiles, what you showed us?
So
how large?
these are PV modules, also known as solar panels. And the panels are approximately 30 inches wide by 50 inches long. And they're approximately 1.25 inches thick. The railing that we're going to mount them on is 2 inches high. So from the roof surface to the top of the panel will be anywhere from 3 to 3.5 inches.
I mean, obviously on Main Street, this is a fairly white roof. Isn't really what we want to see. And I mean, the best would be some kind of a more integrated system. Did you look at those?
It's cost prohibitive. The production output doesn't justify the cost, not even close.
So what I understand is the house is a contributing house in the historic district.
It is.
I don't know if you knew
Right.
that.
Yes, we do. That's part of the problem we're having with facing Main Street, but continue.
Well, so the historic guidelines do address solar panels, and they call for us to suggest that you look at the integrated shingles or that low profile type of solar panels on anything facing the street.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did consider that. There's 2 different companies that I looked at, and the cost was about 4 times the cost, and the production was 60% of what these PV modules or panels will output. So it doesn't, it's not cost effective to go that route for me.
There's no way to pitch the panels on the rear of the house to be able to pick up the solar.
So
Right.
our line of latitude, we're not going to get enough production if they're north facing. In addition, there's a bit of shading on the north facing roof. It really doesn't make sense to install any solar panels in this part of the world that would be north facing on a pitched roof like this.
Well, I got to tell you, if we've approved 10 solar panels or 10 solar applications, maybe 1 or 2 are south facing. It's just the way the house, the way the house sits. This one happens to have a south facing, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately for us, it's smack in the Main Street.
Could you
Yeah,
consider
so
changing?
this is, solar projects are solar projects are gaining a lot of popularity. I understand that it's a different visual. I get that, but I truly believe that the ends justify the means for what it represents. This is clean energy. And I think that this is a good movement for myself, my property, and for Irvington. If the visual if the aesthetic is the concern, I would hope that people would overlook that and say, hey, you know what? This is for the greater good. This is clean energy. We should get these solar panels on more buildings, more houses, and consider the greater good of our community.
I know it's important, Brandon, and I'm not arguing that. I mean, how old is the existing roof?
It's about 10 years old.
Did you consider putting another layer of shingles on that would at least match the panels? So they're not gonna, I mean, this is really gonna change the
Yeah,
look.
I could,
look
yeah.
of that whole block there.
So the concern would be the contrast between the color of the existing roof and the color of the panels. In other words, the
Right.
roof was a
You know,
light
it's just gonna
gray.
be even more obtrusive and visually.
I got you. Yeah, I could certainly do that. I could put on a roof that would be more, akin to the color of 2023 Main Street, which is the red house, like a dark gray. Or,
Mhm.
yeah, I can certainly do that. Sure.
Well,
I'm just.
I know,
like,
hard
okay.
to weigh the cost, but there are several companies now making the shingles. It's not only a Tesla product. So I would think they're going to, start to meet somewhere in the middle here. So,
The problem with the shingles is the lack of production. They produce so much less than the panels themselves that, and they're still tremendously expensive. Like I said, the quote that I got was 4 times the cost.
and this is a rental property for you, isn't it? An income producing?
This is, yeah, this is, but with the Con Ed programs, the credits that the credits that I've received from Con Ed can be used in a lot of different ways. They can offset the bill that I have at my residence. I could sell the energy to the people that live there. I could sell it back to the grid. There's a lot of different options.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta
So,
put it
I
out
guess
to-
my fear is that we're going to set a precedent, and especially looking at this picture, I would not want to see the bulky raised panels across all of these buildings down Main Street.
So there are a couple options to make it a little sleeker. We could put on what's called wind guards, where we cover the sides of the panels. And it kind of looks like it's part of the roof in a way. That's certainly an option, where we kind of close off, every side, at least the lower side of the roof here. We kind of cap off the gap between the panels and the roof toward the face of the roof and also the sides. It's a little sleeker looking, and if I get a darker roof, I think it'll blend in a lot better. So perhaps that would help the aesthetic.
I also see in the guidelines for the historic district, which are right in front of us, and they mention solar panels. They have probably a similar in terms of length and width, except they run it vertically as opposed to horizontally. And they have probably what you're talking about, sort of a channel at each end. So it starts to give the look of a different type of roof. And I know you don't have that, and I don't think I can show it to you because you're not here. So can we?
Are you talking about the orientation of the panels, be it landscape or
Yes.
portrait?
Yes.
I see.
Mhm.
I see.
It would be portrait, basically.
Mhm.
Could you fit them all that way?
The program, the software that we use, lays the modules out in a way that's going to maximize production, right? So if we go
Mhm.
back here, this is the most efficient use of space, the way that these are laid out. And honestly, I probably wouldn't want to change that. The whole purpose here is it's to get use out of the system, right? It's a financial investment, and it's producing clean energy, and we want it to produce as much energy as possible.
The solar guidelines also speaks to symmetry, and I think you're not going to get any more symmetrical than what you have.
Mhm.
What you
I
show.
would agree. Yeah, I would agree.
All right, we have to go to a public hearing on this, so do you have any more questions?
No.
Randy, any more questions before we go to the public hearing? Randy?
No.
Are you muted? And any other questions before we go to the public hearing?
No.
Okay, Sarah, would you I will call for motion to approve, to open the public hearing. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Anybody?
There's nobody raising their hand to speak, and there were no comments in the chat.
Okay. I will make a motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. With that being said, we have no public comment. The board has finished their comments. At this point, in 2022, I will make a motion to approve. I probably wouldn't have in 2018, but motion to approve. I have a second.
Can I just say that we include like a codicil about the roof color being changed? So it just, will blend better as you offered, Brandon? Or,
Yeah, I
further-
will do that. I will
Okay.
change the roof color
Thank
to dark gray.
Okay, that'd be great.
And I'll put
Okay,
up,
so-
I will install the wind screens, the caps, so to speak.
Wonderful.
Yes, please.
I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will make an amendment to the approval that the roof color be changed to dark gray and that the front and side guards be mounted along the side of the panels. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Opposed? Abstentions? You're good to go, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Okay. We will now move on to new items, new applications. The first will be application 22-40, 32 Sycamore Lane. That's a fence.
Hello, my name's Linda.
Hello.
I'm from 32 Sycamore Lane. And I'm just
Sorry,
going
say
to,
your name again. Did you say your name again? You broke up.
my name's Linda Coxon. I'm from 32 Sycamore Lane.
Okay.
And I'm just going to try to share. Do I have the ability to share? Oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're requesting a permit to enclose our backyard. I'm just gonna blow up the survey here. So the red dotted line,
Not seeing
Sure.
color here. Unless you, yes, you can. Just
Zoom in a little more. Yeah.
Okay.
okay. Is there red?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the red dotted line shows the proposed fence. It would be a black 4-foot, 48-inch aluminum fence. And we also would be relying on fences from 2 of our adjacent neighbors. There's a chain link fence in the back, and then there's a wooden fence on this side.
And that's not changing, is that?
No, those are neighbors' fences.
Okay. On the
So-
right-hand side, you're showing gates or a gate?
No, so
Just
there
look-
would be, this would be a continuous section of fence, and there would be a gate on either side of the home, I guess.
I don't see a gate shown on the left side.
There's actually no gates shown on this
Yeah.
drawing.
That's not a gate either. All right, do you have a cut sheet of the fence itself?
Yes, let's go to that.
And hopefully you have a cut sheet of the gates.
The cut sheet of the fence is, we were told, is the same as the gates. So here it would match exactly this.
Okay,
So 2 4-foot wide gates.
so 2 gates, 1 each side, 4 foot wide.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Do you have anything from the gate company showing us what it is that they're going to do?
We have a quote from the gate company. Here on this. Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's what I needed to see. Any questions from anybody?
No,
Randy, question?
No.
Okay. With that being said, I will make a motion to approve the gate as amended with 2 gates, 1 on each side, 4 feet wide. Do I have a second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Randy. Okay, Ms. Was it Coxon?
Thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you very much. Two conditionals. Okay, moving along. We will go on to now ARB 22-41, 56 Circle Drive, windows.
If you're here to represent the application, if you can hit the raise hand button, please.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Okay, hi.
Aye.
I'm Melinda Chapelier, and I'm here to discuss the replacement of our existing windows with new Marvin casement windows.
Okay. Do you have the ability to show us the application?
Yes, hold on 1 second. Just the application page or the images?
The whole package.
Okay. I don't have them saved as a single file, but hold on 1 second. So this is the application. And then can I go ahead and separately open up the images of our
Sure.
home? Okay.
Sure.
So can you see it well enough?
It's not open yet.
No, it didn't
No.
open.
Did that work?
You might have to unshare and then reshare the PDF itself.
Okay.
It's like,
No?
There?
it's still open. It looks like it's something that's still trying to open. But right now, all we see is your,
Maybe we're looking at magnifying glass or something, but not,
Yeah.
Michael, I don't know if you can tell. I can't see it that well.
No, it's just like it's the circle loading.
Yeah.
It's loading.
It says I'm screen sharing currently. Let me try stopping it and starting it again.
Can you
okay,
minimize the screen that see maybe behind it?
yeah, that's a good idea.
Because we just see your file, the files.
All right.
So
let me-
technically, it is screen sharing.
Sorry, I don't have much experience with this, with the screen share.
You're not, it's nothing new for us. We're used to it.
Okay, hold on.
Sarah, you want to go? We'll have Sarah open it from here.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Okay, there
Sarah.
you go.
Thank you.
Tell us what you want us to say.
Well, essentially, everywhere that you see a double hung, it'll be replaced with casement. The exception is the picture window, and it'll essentially hold 2 casements there. So we'll have 4 where there are 2 double hung and a picture. And there's also a similar window on the back of the house, the same design, where 2 double hung and a picture in the center will be replaced with 4 casement. And in all other windows that you're looking at, everywhere you see a double hung, you can just imagine it replaced with a casement.
Could you scroll down, Sarah?
I assume the 4 casements are equal size.
Yes,
And they're single pane, there's just one light on each one. In other words, they're not divided in any way. They'll just be
Correct.
4. Right, okay.
correct.
Sarah, could you scroll a little more? See if there's anything else we need to see.
Another one. Stop scrolling.
Okay.
Was there a window schedule? I didn't see the application.
There isn't a window schedule in there, is there? Well, that might be it. Hold on. Go back, please. Thank you. Could you zoom into that? I think that's it, actually. Yeah, okay. That's what it is. Okay, I looked at that already. So I'm good with that.
How many windows total? You switching up?
Is it sorry, I don't have the count in front of me.
At the 14 that's on the window
I mean, there's
schedule?
14 units.
14 room, yeah.
We believe that the windows are the original ones from 1960.
Could you zoom back out, please? And then just see if there's any additional information we need to see scrolling down.
One of them is a slider, a patio door.
Oh, sorry. Yes, because it's like for like. We have a patio door being replaced with another, or a sliding door being replaced with a sliding door. And actually, 2 of the windows are like they have multiple levels of awning, and so several panes flip out. So those are the only units that aren't double hung. So, but they're also being replaced with casement.
Can you scroll down, Sarah? So is that pretty typical of most of the windows?
Yes, if they're 2 windows side by side, yes.
Mhm.
Keep
It
scrolling.
should be a nice look.
Thank you. We've been looking
No,
forward to it.
Good update in addition to energy improvement.
That it? It's like a duplicate. It's like a duplicate. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Randy, questions? Okay. I will make a motion to approve the application. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We will now go on to 22-42, 25 Derby Lane, windows and doors. Window and door.
Thanks for cranking up the air before we got here.
Thank
You
you.
did. Thank you, Sarah, for putting the air on. I know sometimes you come in here, it's so hot.
You're on mute.
Yeah.
Oh.
bad.
Hi,
How we doing?
good evening. Thank you for your time. My name is Julio de los Santos. I'm just want to show you the changes in only one kitchen windows and the kitchen door on the back side of the house. There's no way for you to see it from the street or the side of the house. It's just on the rear yard, by the rear yard, as I show you on the plans. Let me see if some way I can just switch.
Frozen.
Well, I think we lost you. Did.
Give it a second.
Good evening.
Hello.
How are you? I'm actually the contractor for 25 Derby Lane. Gentleman you were speaking to, Julio, is the architect.
Okay.
He actually has all of the plans, but I don't know if you guys have it in front of you. We have, as he mentioned, a window that faces the rear of the house that we need to switch to same exact size, nothing is changing. The issue was that we had to bring a steel beam through the kitchen and they had to remove that window. In the process, the old window got damaged, so we couldn't put that one back. Then there's also a door that leads to the patio in the back to the kitchen that is also broken and needs to be replaced because it no longer closes. Keeping the same look as well. It's just the issue that we were having was that I think it was a glass energy efficient that you guys had requested, but it's only one window that we're replacing because it was damaged. And I think they said per code, if not more than 50% of the existing windows are being changed, then we would be okay with keeping the old look of the same style windows.
If the style hasn't changed, that's probably correct.
Right, no style is changing. It's gonna be the window for the kitchen is sliders and the actual back door that leads to the patio is going to be the Anderson. I believe it's single open, one fixed panel and one open.
Sarah, do you have this?
I was waiting to see if the architect was gonna come back.
Yeah, I'm not willing to wait for him.
So you're saying there's a difference in the look between the energy efficient and the non?
So the energy efficient, the Anderson had showed us, it was a darker tint than the existing that we have currently. And that was the issue because we have existing right now in her dining area, there's 3 windows. And then we have the actual patio doors also, as you can see in the picture.
Could you zoom into that, please? Sarah, thanks.
There's a, just, so you know, there's a delay when it comes to the Zoom.
Okay. Okay, what's above the double window that's being replaced? Are you putting an awning over it?
On the left of the picture,
Yes, the left picture
that,
on the
that
bottom.
actually is just temporary to keep the water out because the header for the window was there. And as you can see in the other pictures, we have the decorative casing around it, around the windows as well. And so we had to remove that in order to bring the beam in. So that's right now that once that is removed, then we can restucco and put the decorative moldings on top.
Rick,
Okay.
I'm not sure why we're reviewing this if it's exactly the same look and size window. What are we reviewing?
The window and door replacement. And if it's similar,
Yeah,
there isn't much for us to talk about.
right.
The architect is trying to come back on.
Okay, the architect is trying to come back in.
I agree with Randy that if we're replacing with like kind, I think, we're okay to,
Yeah, of course.
unless you have
It's
any
just a matter of, no,
questions.
it's a matter
Yeah.
of formality, really. Nothing yet?
Kevin's hand raised, so I'm trying to come over to a panelist and it's not.
Operating? Done?
Just take a second.
All right. I'm ready to prove it.
I don't know what you want.
Okay.
Here he is.
Mr. De Los Santos, you're on mute.
What happened
You're all right. now.
for
You were on
hours
mute.
just at this moment in my house? You can say I had the miracle. Back to
Well,
the
we're-
meeting.
we're-
Sorry
we're pretty
about
much-
that.
That's all right. We're pretty much satisfied with what the contractor has told us. I'm ready to go ahead and make
Yeah,
a motion
Justin,
to approve. I'm ready to make a motion to approve.
Thank you,
Do I have a
Justin, to
second?
be. All right.
Second.
Thank
All in favor?
you very
Aye.
much, sir.
Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Right on.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Have a great day.
All right. To new matter 22-43, 2 Deep Hollow Close deck. I believe it's a legalization.
I think so. I've been there, but many years ago.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Can you believe it? Can you imagine that you wouldn't be there?
Better kick him out.
Mr. Los Santos, you're still on.
It's shut down.
Adios.
And so are you, Matthew.
I'm
Matthew,
next.
you're with
I make a.
Matthew's the king of the legalization.
I think you can force him out, right?
I'm trying.
And I said, yeah, so Justin
Don't say
told
anything
me that
bad.
he will be there like you, so.
All right, there we go.
Yes, thank you, Rocco. Yes, another legalization. Just give me 1 second if I can share my screen. Let me know when you can see this. Evening, everyone.
Good
Thank
evening.
Good evening.
Thank you, Sarah. So this application is for a legalization of an existing deck at 2 Deep Hollow Close. Matt Behrens, the architect for the application. We've been through planning board and zoning board approval for this application and seeking ARB approval so we can move forward with a post hoc permit. This came up, I will say that the current owners are, this was inherited. This was a recent sale and an estate sale. So it came up in the title search that this deck was installed without permits. So we're here to get it approved. You can probably see, I'll pull up the photos, kind of mid-90s modern house, big roof line. This is the deck in question. It's very low to the ground, really no obstruction. There isn't even a railing. It's very much in keeping with the style of the house. There's really, you can barely see it even in this photo. This next picture, I think you guys can see this without. This is contextual. Biggest neighbor is the neighbor to the west, which is Ardsley Country Club. And there are a few other houses in this cul-de-sac. Just flip to the plan. Can you guys still see this?
Yep.
Okay. So this is the plan, kind of an angular deck. Again, it's very low to the ground. The framing is pretty basic. And as I said, if you look at the elevation, you're like, what am I approving? It's really, there's really nothing to see except for the deck itself. And like I said, it's about 8 inches off the ground at the highest point. We can go back to the photos. Whoops. Any questions?
The only thing that I saw you answered, I think at the midpoint of the month, I had asked whether the planning board and ZBA had looked at it, and you confirmed that they have and approved it. So I don't have any additional questions. Anybody?
No,
No.
no, that's good.
Randy?
No.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
The next item is or application 22-44, 53 Field Terrace, also a deck. I believe it's James Krapp that's going to be it.
I think so.
Yep.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
How we doing? How are you?
How you guys doing?
Good.
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 Joe Shadak.
Good. Yeah, so this is a fairly simple application. Our clients were proposing replacing and expanding their deck. We presented to the building department and found that there was inherited undocumented ground cover. So we went through planning board and zoning board over the last couple months. We were approved by both. And now we're just getting the deck approved as is, or not getting the deck approved as is, getting the deck approved as suggested, hopefully. And I can share my screen right now and show you what we're looking at.
Please do.
Can you see the screen now?
Yep.
All right.
Zoom that in.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Could you zoom it in just a little bit?
Working on it.
Okay.
So this was an existing tutor that we did work to before, some exterior work, windows and doors. You can see here, we updated our application to show its present conditions that was approved by the ARB. The fence was approved by the ARB in the spring. The main house work was approved almost 2 years ago. This is all in the rear yard. None of this work can be seen by the public. This is the existing deck. Can you see this here? The brown, it's like a brown pine painted deck. It's in disrepair. We're replacing that and then expanding the deck and removing some of this brick patio as well as other brick patio to satisfy some coverage requests by the planning board. We're actually reducing the coverage on site in total, but again, documenting inherited work that was previously not documented or approved. The patio itself is all in the rear yard. It includes a couple of planters and a black powder coated metal railing with a wood cap. The wood is going to be, let me pull this up real quick, an AZAC product. It's the product on the left, this French white oak, which again, can't really be seen. And that's the proposal at hand. That's it.
Sorry, what kind of railings are you doing again?
It's a TimberTex railing that matches. It's a black powder coat with a wood cap that matches the bottom. You can see it here. It's
Oh, there.
pretty
Okay.
simple. Yeah, it's black posts, black balusters, and a wood cap. And it's only on two sides. Like if you look at the existing is, oops, sorry. The existing wraps all the way around. Where the grade drops off here, we have railing here and here, and then the grade gets okay, and we have some steps. So again, you can see this is field terrace in the background, and this is way back off the property. So if you look here, all of this work is basically back in this area, and here's the street.
Okay, anybody, any additional questions? No. Randy?
Good.
No.
Okay.
The house looks great.
I think it looks nice, right? It's a
Yeah,
nice
it
upgrade.
does. Pass it every day.
All righty, so we will, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Very
Thanks,
good.
everybody. Have a good night.
Thanks, you,
You too.
thanks, James.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. We're in the home stretch. Next application will be 22-45, 9 Strawberry Lane addition. Mr. Doug.
Good evening.
Hello, Doug.
Hello.
How are you all doing tonight?
Okay.
Good, thanks.
So again, I'm Douglas McClure. I'm the architect for the Blantons at 9 Strawberry Lane, and I guess I will share my screen with you. I sort of edited the set down a bit to make it a little easier to go through for the meeting. So this is the site where the project is taking place. This is sort of, I think, the old carriage house for the castle that's farther down the driveway. The work in question is right now there is a old addition, not sure when it was done, that is the kitchen. It's not very well constructed. A lot of it is falling apart. It seems to have no foundation. It was built right on the brick patio. And the client wanted to address all the problems that are happening within this kitchen and give themselves a little bit more larger and more functional kitchen. So what we're proposing is tearing that whole addition off and expanding out to the existing patio retaining wall and just making a larger kitchen in that area. So that's the overall scope of the project. Don't need to see that. You can see the demolition of the existing kitchen, a new proposed kitchen. This is the existing house now, which you requested these drawings. I hope you got them.
Yeah.
The kitchen has a flat roof. You can sort of see it here, blending in with the rest of the house. And if I zoom in really close down there, you can sort of see it just sits directly on that patio, which is not great.
So that area is going to be filled in.
Well, some of the patio will remain. Let me go back to we're keeping this whole front section of the patio here, and we're just expanding the kitchen out there. So the original kitchen starts in about the same spot, but only comes part way out. This section of, let me go back at drawing. This section of the patio is really not very usable. They only sit out here. It's very tight and a little damp, so getting rid of that is not, it doesn't serve any benefit to the house to keep it. This is the view of that kitchen addition from up the hill. So you can see right there how lovely that roof is. There's door access out, but no railing, so I don't know what happens there. And so that's what we're getting rid of. And we're proposing, this is the new proposed addition here. We're mimicking the diamond divided lights. So this is the new addition with a railing that has sort of a gingerbready baluster, as you know, designed to in keeping with the style of the house.
What is that made out of, Doug?
Right now it's painted wood.
Okay.
I can't find a synthetic material that's, you know, in the pattern we want, so we're just going to fabricate it ourselves.
Okay.
And then this is the view again from up the hill. What you would see, the kitchen now sitting on the existing, well, rebuilt retaining wall, which is this low line right here. The kitchen wall sits on that, and then these casement windows go into the kitchen. So when you're doing your dishes, you can look at your uphill view.
And that door is new?
No, the
On the
door is
deck.
the exist. That's an existing door. We're not
Okay.
changing that.
Any lighting on those doors or?
Yeah, so we did need lighting. I just realized, I think the light didn't print on the set that you have. So I put it in here. By the doors coming out, we're doing a light similar to this. So
Okay.
it's a, you know, dark skies compliant. The client is actually Astro. I can't remember the exact his exact title, but he does a lot of night sky work, and he's very concerned with dark sky lighting. So he was very adamant about the lights we use.
It's a nice light.
Thank you.
Could you scroll up to show us where those lights are exactly going to be outside?
Sure. It's required by code
Right.
that they're at the door. So we have one right here and one right there
Okay.
on either side of that door.
All right. Folks, anything? Any questions?
No, looks good.
Yeah, looks good.
Randy, any
Thank you.
questions?
No,
Okay. I will then make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you very much. Have a lovely night.
Thanks.
You too.
And last but not least, ARB 22-46, 23 to 25 Dearman Close, also in addition.
Hello,
Hey,
Hello.
how's everybody doing?
what's up, Mitch?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'll go through this really quickly with you. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go to this. Oop. Can everybody see this existing site plan?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so very briefly, the house, it's an addition to a house that was designed by Opachich, by Rad. I actually remember him bringing it to the ARB years ago. And the house is very, handsome, very minimalist, modern house. Essentially, our clients, let's ignore that. Our clients own both properties, and they'll be merging the two properties, which will allow them to do a small addition. You can see from the existing house real quick, it's essentially a bar with a garage or a bedroom out to the north end of it. And the goal here, let me see if I can make this work. Can you see this? We've highlighted the areas of the addition in orange.
Yep.
Approximately 1,400 square feet of new. It's a family room and a gym. And the existing garage is being converted to a guest room. And we're putting a garage below grade with a walkout green roof. And the goal here has really been to, let me see if I can pull this up, to work from this, again, this really very handsome house, and our addition really follows suit of all the materials and all the language of the house currently. And we pulled out a few things, like finishes is going to be this tongue and groove clear cedar, stained siding. It occurs both in vertical and horizontal applications. Openings are trimmed with this very tight jambs with reveals. We're going to be matching that. There's some existing cable railing, which we're going to use above the garage. And essentially, let me pop over to the next page here. Oops, sorry. And we're going to be enclosing the screen porch with, big openable walls of glass, but trying to maintain that same vertical quality. I'm going to zoom in on, very minimal, very light hand, maintain that the look with our fenestration. And we're using the same weather shield windows. Again, it's a very rigorously modern kind of composition. And all of these details with these small parapets and pretty carefully designed gutters and downspouts, we're just, we're working from his playbook, essentially. So, does anybody have any questions?
Not at this point.
You talked about the green roof on the garage, Mitch.
Yes. So
yeah,
it's going to be buried on the site. And so essentially from this side, it's visible, but the idea is that the lawn would continue over the entire roof area. I'll go to the plan in a second, Gail. But the idea, it's like the cool factor should be huge, that you can just step out from your family room onto the lawn, which is over your garage. And while I'm here, this is, I'm circling my cursor around basically an entry door from the driveway. All right. So I'm going to go to the plan, and you can. Do you see on the side here, it says green roof lawn?
yes.
Yeah, so the effect will be that from the north side, it will be invisible, but clearly as I come up the driveway or look at it from the east, I'll be able to see a full wall from the south end and a partial wall from the east side.
Beautiful.
Yeah, again, I mean, you know, the house is really a beauty, and the site is drop dead gorgeous. I don't know if you got up there. But we are just really working with the palette that he already established.
Well, it's nice work as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I just show our lighting, you know, it's very minimalist. Dark sky lighting, so bollards are again in this same the same language as the whole rest of the house.
Okay. Randy, any questions?
No, it's a nice project.
Beautiful.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep.
The designer is looking in. You can see Tomasz there. Wave, Tomasz.
Mhm.
Hi.
Hi. Well, it's all beautiful.
No additional
Yeah.
questions?
No.
So I think we've satisfied all our questions. I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hi. Oh, sorry, can't do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good to
Bye,
see you
man.
all. We'll see you
Fun to see.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, as I have said a few times today, we have a new alternate on board that will be at the next meeting. The letter notifying her that she's been picked to be on the board, or she was accepted to be on the board. Will go out. She'll probably have it in the next day or so. I will send to the board members, as long as she says it's okay, the email that she sent to through Michael to me, explaining who she is and where she's from, and what's going on in her life now. And I think everybody will be impressed.
Yeah.
Seems to be that she's a member of Ardsley. She's a member of Ardsley Park or a resident of Ardsley Park, and we'll see next meeting. But she will be an alternate only because we still need to put an architect on the panel, so by code. So we will move along with that. Any other further questions, issues, concerns? Anyway,
No.
I will make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, guys.